Hi everyone, Hannah here. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. I wanted to show y'all the collection, just kind of give y'all a detailed view of the collection for July. It's called One Summer Day, and this was definitely a fun collection to come up with. I wanted to do one last beach summer theme before summer ends. It seems like when August comes around, you're already thinking about, fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and get our beach theme out of the way before we start planning for all the other stuff. So I wanted to show y'all, this is the first page. This was the page included in the stock photo for the collections. Beautiful. I really just loved how it turned out. Nice, vintage photos, and little kid with a sailboat, and nice beach themes, and mermaid, and then this is the back of the page. Usually try to do, like, if we have one page that has I guess more of a design covering the page, then on the back page, try to do something I guess kind of more bland or basic, So, and then here's the next page. It's got some seashells, sand, and then the blue is supposed to kind of be like water, and there's like paint strokes of yellow and orange and pink, and it's like some wording on the background. And then this is the back of that page, and I really like this page. This was I think it's a 1880 nautical almanac, right? Or maybe it was just an 1880 book about the sea. I don't know. I'm trying to remember now. And so, I just took different passages from the book and just kind of pasted it on here. And I thought it was really, really, really fun. I love words and stuff like that, And so here is a beautiful page. You have to do a mermaid page, right? So I really loved this mermaid image, and I just kind of put her on the side here, resting on the rock, and got seashells behind, and then you can see little seashells up here and an anchor and some music notes. I just really like how this page turned out. It's definitely one of my favorites. And then here's the back. Just kind of wanted to do something I guess just kind of plain, more or less. It's scan of like old paper, and has the anchors on it in different sizes. So I really do like how this turned out. And then this is a page. You can have it as a page to craft directly onto. I more or less made it to to cut out each individual item and use it as a pocket, a journaling card, some kind of ephemera for your book or your journal. And so that's what I mainly made it for. It's in different sizes, some a little bit smaller, like maybe a 2 or a 3 by 4 inch size, some a little bit bigger, more like a 4 by 6. And it would make some great pockets, fold outs. I can really I could really see myself having a lot of fun with this page, cutting out the individual items. And then this is the back of that page. To me, this is my favorite page out of the entire collection. And I know that sounds odd because it's probably the most boring page out of the whole collection, but I absolutely love it. You have your you know, cracked paint, you know, paint peeling off of this board. And then this is the one that was the scans from an 1800s nautical almanac. This was the one. And so I took different images and, you know, placed it in different places on the page. And I absolutely love it. And I don't know why it's my favorite page, but it just is. I don't know why. I guess it's me. I love texture. I love words. I like you know, different you know, drawings, sketches, stuff like that. So I really like this page. And then here is the next page. This is like an old map, or I guess you can say an old map of like the world. You have North America and Europe over here, Africa over here. So this was definitely pretty fun. And then you just have like a little postcard kind of cocked out to the side here, and an anchor with some you know, pretty flourish. And I just thought that this would be a really fun page. You know, kind of like a travel page, you know, summer, maybe going on a summer vacation. And then this is the back of the page. I absolutely love this. It looks like you could rub it and there would be like a texture on it. It has that look to it. It's definitely a fun page. This would make a great background page. I just really love this page. And then last but not least, we have a beautiful page here. Y'all know that I love pinks and oranges. Gotta try to get that in if I can. So we have kind of a pink background with a little bit of some orange and tan coming through. And then we have By the Crystal Sea music in the back, just, you know, kind of faded in the back here. We have an anchor, a ship. We have this picture with the sailboats, a little postcard coming out, and a little bit of some handwriting in the back. I really love how this it turned out. Really pretty page. It just has a lot of layering, and I really love that. And it's something that with each month's collection, I will get better at doing more layering and just having more points of interest on the paper. So this was definitely a really fun page to make. And then here's the back of it. Like I said, just a pretty simple page, but a very nice page. We have this is a scan from an old card, and I took, you know, put that on here. I've got some words that I put in the background. Made this little bingo card here. You know, bingo is always a fun game to play. I used to play it a lot as a kid. And just kind of have like postcard and a little stamp back here, you know, some nice striped background. So I really like how this turned out too. You could use either or, you know, have the best of both worlds, fold it in half. You know, you got your cover, you got your background, or you could fold it. This could be your cover, like if you were doing a junk journal or something, just fold it in half. This is your cover, and then you have your inside page. So definitely pretty, definitely pretty. And then also, we'll go over the journaling cards. These are 3x4 journaling cards. And there's 15 different designs. And for this particular month, I wanted to leave a lot of inspirational sayings. You know, maybe to just lift your spirits. You know, we're all trying to do a lot of that right now. Keep our hopes up. You know, stay positive. There's just a lot of negativity in the world right now, and it's important to, you know, try to keep our spirits high and you know, our thoughts on things above. And so this is probably my favorite journaling card out of them all. Of course, I love the colors. I love the background. And it says, leave footprints of love and kindness wherever you go. You know, so I really just love this. And then the back of all of these is pretty much the same. It's just kind of a, you know, water with like the sun glistening on the water. And then this one says, never give up, for that is the time that the tide will turn. And that, I thought that just paired so good with, you know, the stormy water, you know, the waves, just, you know, the rushing waves and choppy water, and, you know, just to not give up. And then here is our mermaid here. I definitely wanted to do, you know, have her put on the journaling card. And then I really like this picture here. And then this one is just the waves of the ocean. The waves of the sea help me get back to me. And that is really so true, I think. The most peaceful places for me to go is like the beach. You know, just to be out on the water. It really is very peaceful. And then I just wanted to take this image from that paper and have that. That would make just the cutest card. And then this one says, sail on. And then this is a beautiful anchor with flowers. This is from an old card. And then this one says, an ocean breeze puts a mind at ease. It has a mermaid sitting on a rock, you know, out on the water. And then this one's some old, you know, some boards, starfish, some net. And it says, wish upon a starfish. I thought that was so cute. And then this is, I took a piece from that page that I made that had the old story. And then put this sailboat on here. I thought that turned out really nice. I really like how that turned out. And then this is the seashells in the sand. May you always have a shell in your pocket and sand in your shoes. And then I took a cutout from that page. I really like this card. Maybe the colors, maybe I really like neutral colors. I don't know. You know, I just really liked how that page turned out. It's really pretty. And then here's another mermaid here. And then this one, happiness is a day at the beach. And that is so true for me. And then here are some of the die. These are all of the die cuts, one of each. And for this month, I didn't make as many die cuts, but the ones that I did, I made them bigger. So I think the smallest out of all of these is going to be the seahorse. This one's the smallest one, and it's probably a 1.5 inches tall at least. And got a little seashell, another shell here, got an anchor. Try to take some images from the paper, you know, kind of pull those out. And then, you know, all these are just plain on the back. An old coin, you know, like if you found buried treasure or something, you know. Little seashell. And then her in her swimsuit. Then this one here, little mermaid. Little map. Music sheet. Sailboat or ship. Then another seashell, an anchor. Then here's that bingo piece. I love that. And then the other seashell piece with the boy. So I hope that y'all enjoy this collection here this month. Definitely a lot of fun. I wanted to do something with a vintage, you know, vintage flair, nostalgic, you know, just to kind of bring back some happy memories of, you know, of that one summer day for you, you know. And so I hope that y'all enjoy this collection. They are already shipping out. They have been shipping out since, well, they were shipping out July 4th weekend. And so they're, you know, going out to everybody as the payments come in. One thing that I do want to mention on the paper, this is not a true 12 by 12 sheet of paper. In the past, that's what I've always done. that's what I really like to do, is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. This paper is 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. The story behind all of that, and it's a month-long story, to be honest with you. I wanted to get into designing my own paper, printing my own paper. And so for the month of June, that's what we did. And we did have a really good month. We had really good feedback on the paper. I did not let anybody know the struggles that were involved in all of that. With every new thing, there's a curveball. There's something to learn, something to grow from. And the original printer that I had bought, come to find out, it was not a pigment ink. It was water-based ink, and I did not know that. Of course, nobody got any of those papers. I thought, let me just check that paper and make sure it's, bleed proof, waterproof. And I got to testing it, and sure enough, it wasn't. So I had to get a different printer. I had to return that one, get a different printer. So I got a printer. I got an Epson, and it print the 12 by 12 borderless. And it made beautiful, beautiful prints. Epson is a very good printer. The only problem is that it really uses up a ton of ink, and I would have ended up being out hundreds of dollars in ink a month, and I just did not want to do that. Because the main goal behind designing and printing out my own paper is to try to cut some cost if I can. I still want to bring great quality inside your subscription boxes, but I do want to try to cut my cost. I do want to make a brand, a name for myself, and so that's what's behind all of this paper here. And so that Epson printer we had to return, and we bought another one, and it's an Epson printer that Epson Eco Tank, I think a 16600 Eco Tank printer, and it's really nice, and it prints the paper beautifully, just as the other Epson did, and it doesn't use near as much ink. But the only thing is, it doesn't print 12 by 12, and I thought for sure that it would if it prints up to 13 inches. Well, it has, you can put in 13-inch paper, but for some reason the margin on that is a 1 inch, and so I was like, okay, well, if it's a 1 inch around all the sides, then surely I should be able to get a 12 by 12 piece of paper out of that. And after spending countless hours on the phone with Epson, with Adobe, Adobe through the Photoshop program, come to find out we're just not able to do it because the printer itself won't do that. And so it really is sad. We kind of figured that out at that last of June, I guess maybe about the last 10 boxes that went out. They were 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. But everybody's been okay with that. Thmaybe I'm the one that it's a deal breaker for. Well, it's not necessarily a deal breaker, but when you're used to one thing a certain way for so long, it's like, oh, it's not 12 by 12. It needs to be 12 by 12. It's really not that big of a deal because on most of the junk journals that you make, you usually do like 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. So you're going to be cutting some of this paper off anyway. And if you're making a scrapbook, a 12 by 12 piece of paper is not going to wrap around your scrapbook album anyway. You're going to have to cut a piece to go over your spine, or put a piece on the front cover, piece on the back cover, and wrap the spine in fabric or some pretty ruffle lace or something. So it's not that big of a deal. But I do, for disclaimer purposes, I do want to let you know that it is 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. It's still very beautiful paper, and I did really enjoy making this paper. I put my heart and soul into making the paper, the journaling cards, the die cut pieces, and the people that have already received the boxes so far, they're just like, oh, this is the most beautiful, fun paper I've ever seen. And so hopefully that will be your response too, that when you get it, you're like, oh my God, this is just awesome. So, but if you have any questions or any concerns at all, whenever you receive your box or before placing your order, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my contact information below, and also the website address as well. So thank y'all so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that y'all enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and stay well. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.